before I coat it in graphene oxide, I want to make sure that we get rid of all these and make it as fluid with the paintwork as possible. Ford in Australia don't actually have this paint coat. It actually was obtained through the European arm of Ford, and that's why they've probably touched it up with this generic colour, because it's quite hard to find it. So you can see all of these down the bottom here. There's in fact so many of them that I'll most likely sand it all back and we'll spot spray. So we'll respray it from here and we'll blend it into this curve here. And we'll also blend it into this curve here. I just don't see the point of just doing such a nice coating on the car and sanitize it and then not, you know, not have good paintwork for the The paint is actually fine here. We're going to fill in this stone chip again. We're going to strip it back, but what they've done is they've overcompensated. They haven't dropped it in and then put a clear on top. They've just kind of like put the paint around the chip and haven't really dropped it in carefully enough. What you want is once the paint has been dropped in, you still want a little bit of depth there, so that then you can drop in a little bit of clear and then you blend it in afterwards. There'll be in a video later, that whole area here and here, as you can see, it's perfect. It's not, it blends in perfectly, and when we cut and polish it and we finish wet sanding it, it'll be as though it's never even happened. But in the photos you'll see it. And then we've spot sprayed this area and we've put a 2K clear on top, and we've been able to blend it with the right paint. What we've also done is because we've sprayed it, so that's how it's blending now. It blends perfectly with the rest. So when we cut and polish it later, that's how it's going to look. We've used such a fine sandpaper on this that the gloss is already coming back. Look at that, you can see the reflection of our car.
Yeah, so this bonnet hasn't even been cut and polished. It hasn't got any cutting compound really on it. This is just being very, very finely sanded, wet sanded, and it's got a gloss on it. Yeah, that's a really good indication of the direction we're going in for the stage of wet sanding. Yeah? And the car's already got a nice gloss on it, it's consistent. And it actually goes around the car too.
This turned out, look at this, with the blending on that. Look how that's blended. That's all been spot sprayed as well, just like the back right bumper, and we'll wet sand and cut and polish that, and that'll blend in really well. Bottom's been resprayed and spot sprayed, and you can see that's going to be blended too. So I've just removed all of this paint off the scratch here on the front right fender, and as you can see there's quite a deep scratch underneath, but it can be actually removed entirely, so we're not even going to need to wet sand this. Good example of where the paint was before and what we've just done to it. That's just a tape line. There's nothing else there, it's just a tape line. What a difference. And that's just the first cut. It looks like this has a
like a wrap on it, yeah. No? I'll let you be the judge. That's just from a correction.